Hi everyone, welcome to Blueberrycrafty, Lucia. My name's Lucia and today I'm going to show you this lovely faceted box. Now this is different to the other facet box. It is a single middle layered facet box. So what we're going to need is one sheet of paper. Okay, the measurements will be 9 inches by 8.5 inches. In centimeters that will be 22.9 centimeters by 21.6 centimeters. Now you got to rotate with the 8.5 inches towards the top, and what we want to do is we want to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. Okay, now then what also you're gonna need to, okay, in centimeters that will be 5.1, 10.2, 15.2, and 20.3. Then at the top you need to score, make a little notch, mark at 3 inches and 5 inches. Then flip it over to the other side, make another 3 inch by 5 inch. Okay, so now that you have those two marks, sorry, touch the tripod. Now that you've got those two marks, using a ruler, just aligning up those two marks, okay, and having it doesn't matter where it is, just lining that up, and we score it again at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches, but just to the mark of the ruler. Okay, with that side being done, then we want to rotate that 180 degrees, and again having the two mark, I don't know if it's visible for you, but having that mark lined where it's supposed to line. And again we are now going to score it at 1 inch, 3 inch, 5 inch, and 7 inches. Okay, I'll have it all on my blog once I have this done. All the measurements will be there. So that's all you're gonna need now for your scoring board. For this time we need the ruler. We need the ruler to score the lines. So what we want to do now is we want to score from the top there down to the second score line. So you need to score it like that, score it like that, all along here, so it matches up with each other. Sorry. Okay, and then you want to score it on the other side so it's crisscross. I'm going to show you a diagram of what it should look like. So this is how your scoring should look like, criss and cross from the top. Yep, and you'll get cross like that. Just make sure that it passes through the point there, each one, that it's nice and neat. Okay, and what then after you need to do is you need to cut along these lines, cut along here, up these lines, up down that lines. Okay, cut along these lines, and once you've done the scoring, what you want to do is start folding them. Okay, so you want to start creasing these lines, putting it up like that and creasing it all along these lines. Okay, so putting that aside, I've already had one pre-scored. Okay, one already pre-scored and creased. Okay, so I found that the best way to get them to crease up was if you pinch these two and just lightly score on these ones, it will automatically fold in itself, and then you can just pinch them along the lines and then score them. Okay, so what we're going to need to do now is use some glue. We need to apply some adhesive along these two flaps here, these two corner flaps. Yeah, you need to cut along. So you need to cut along, like I said, you need to cut along down the bottoms, all these panels here. along these panels up here as well, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Now on this edge you cut here, and you need to cut out this triangle, but don't cut off this flap. This side as well, you need to cut it, and you need to score into that one, cut this off, cut completely these two sides off, and cut along here all off, and cut this all off as well as that. Okay, once you're done, you're left with something similar to this. Now what we're gonna need to do now is put some glue on these flaps. Okay, so a little bit of adhesive here, a little bit adhesive here, adhesive here, yeah. And then just imagine a line going through this horizontal here. Don't let it overlap there, and you need to put an adhesive on this side of the flap. Okay, so what's going to happen now is when you put these together, okay, you'll put these two flaps together and they'll hold out. Yep. And then these two flaps together, and that should go out as well. And then lucky last but not least, that on the triangle. If it's like my one and overlapping a little bit, what you can do is then get your snippers and just trim it a little so that the triangle fits. Okay, so that's all you need, and that's it. Now for the bottom, we just put a little bit of adhesive along here. Yep, and fold the flaps in. Fold flap in. Yep, and there you go, you've got your flap. Now the top part, you need to taper in the two edges. I've already tapered mine, but you need to taper yours so it can fit into the flaps like that. For the top of the design, I just used a bit of some twine, baker's twine. So just grab some baker's twine, wrap them up. Small, big, small. Yep. Then you cut a piece. And what I usually did was I got another piece and I tied it around a knot to keep it all together. Yep. And then I just trim off that piece as well. Then what you want to do is grab your glue dots. Sorry for that. Grab your glue dots, pop your glue dots onto the top, pop it on there. Then what you need to do is you need to get your petal punch and punch out your flowers. I've gone with one dark flower, then one dark flower, two whiter petals, and then you get the petite petal punch, and you punch out two and layer them and put them on top like that. Okay, so those are the colors that I've got. Then put dimensionals at the back and dimensionals at the back, and then just pop them on. Pop them on how you would like them. Okay, So for the last bit you need to do is the piece that goes on top of there. Basically you need one scallop of a dark color or light color combination, then one of the oval, the small oval to overlay that, and one piece of stamp from the 1 1/4 of an inch. I used the sweet stack, just this one here, Love You to Pieces, and I cut it out, I punched it out with the 1 1/4 pieces. Then I used the fancy scallop, I don't know the exact name, I can't remember, but I'll leave a link down for which punch it is. But I basically just aligned it like that, punch it through, aligned it, flip it through the other side and punch it through. Yeah. Oh. Okay, anyway, you get the drift. So I end up with a piece looking a lot like this. So then what you want to do is you want to put dimensions on the bottom one, the top one, and then you punch out 2 petite petals, and I just put it on my finger, pop it down like that with my bone folder, and put on a dimensions. Sorry, a rhinestone. So just pop a rhinestone, pop it on there, then I pop it onto the label piece. Okay, so once you have that, what I usually do is I use the tape and tear. It's easy. Tape and tear, and just put some sticky tape on here, and that's it. So once you've layered them off, yep, peel it off, and you can just pop them on top of your box like so. Yep, and that's it. Your middle layered faceted box. I made a whole bunch of these. They're cute, easy, not too difficult. Just give it a try. Okay, I'll put a link on below to my blog with instructions, further instructions and measurements. Very tired, going through a hard time at the moment, so this video has been a long time waiting, but finally I've got a chance to do it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.